if he can do it. Usually with the Doom, as soon as you see someone, you want to jump in. We saw in the previous game, cybercats, they had this lineup that liked to stand their ground around their vision, and that's how they wanted to play. This time around, I don't think you can do it. I think they understood in the previous game how hard it is if you're going to be doing that, if PuckChamp does everything right with a hero like a Beastmaster that gives you vision. So I don't think we're going to be seeing too many double Dooms unless there is a dive from PuckChamp, and PuckChamp with the bristleback, they might be doing it. I was actually thinking, when is this hero going to make a comeback, given that BKB is weaker? Which hero is the best and doesn't want to build a BKB? Well, the bristleback. You know, you get a Vanguard, you get a Hood, and you do so much damage and you cannot die. So I'm liking this quite a lot, and it is actually a pretty solid hero against the Visage himself.
Yeah, and I think Fear was talking about this in the CIS Rejects versus Na'Vi panel, saying that he was expecting to see a few more bristlebacks coming out. So we are going to see this here for PuckChamp coming through. And what do they? I mean, does this then run as the position 1? Maybe that puts the Viper in the mid lane from this pickup. So it's going to be the Scarlet Mage for PuckChamp. But apart from the Raw, they don't really have a lot of lockdown. So this second support, right, that's going to be like a big... What are you looking like? Maybe the Bane or something like that?
The thing is, you have a lot of slows. You know, if there's no BKB, it's gonna be... Oh, there's the Slark. We talked about him. Like, Slark's Sven not in the meta, so the Jugger is strong. But you see, I mean, Slark hates laning against the Beastmaster. The Nether Toxin kind of destroys him the same way that it destroys the Bloodseeker. So I'm just not so sure that this is a good pick for cybercats. 2 games in a row, they're picking a hero that is almost impossible to play. Slark is one of those heroes that can crush everyone. He got a solid buff now. You know, 2 points in your third spell in the lane, and it makes laning pretty hard. But the Beastmaster doesn't care because he's not the one dealing with you. It's actually the pigs that are constantly poking you. Grimstroke really needing to do some work in that lane. But I'm not 100% certain of this Slark. You know, you are inside of the Nether Toxin and you're not a hero.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the Death Prophet's going to be the final ban here from PuckChamp. So maybe looking towards that tower pushing hero. Dragon Knight is still there. Leshrac got taken out by cybercats. So yeah, what do cybercats? Are they going to be looking for that tower hitting hero here? Because the Slark can hit heroes if he gets, if he gets a start. You've got the Doom for the control, Grimstroke there as well. But to me, cybercats lack that building taker here.
Visage is not bad at dealing with buildings. And I agree with your point that you need a hero that is actually good. You need to bring down the towers relatively early on. Against the Viper, Bristleback is definitely not going to be easy. But now, when I look at cybercats draft a bit more, you know, what I said at the start of the game, you want to be fast to punish the Beastmaster, Viper, now even the Bristleback, who like to stay in one lane. They don't like to move around the map a lot. So the Grimstroke and the Slark, they are pretty solid at that one. I'm just kind of afraid that they're going to be losing the laning phase and never even getting a chance to execute this game properly. They need something to kind of pull the attention towards that hero while the other ones are running around, taking down towers, maybe getting a few kills, but I'm not so sure which hero that is. Okay, I thought it was gonna say laning against the Viper, but it seems it's gonna be laning against the Void Spirit, and this Viper is just gonna be annoying the Slark.
Yeah, so is that a... That's a position for... So it's a Beastmaster Viper in the offlane, right? And...
We don't know who's playing what, but I would assume... I actually don't know. I would like both of them more on position 3. I'm gonna say they're gonna play the Beastmaster core, because it just makes a little bit more sense to leave the Beastmaster in the lane and maybe rotate a little bit with the Viper. The Beastmaster early on just isn't gonna be doing that much. Maybe farming the jungle. It could be a way to go.
Yeah. And so how do you like this PuckChamp line? Just without seeing like the cybercats last pick, just in general terms, you know, how comfortable do you think this match is going to be for PuckChamp, just in terms of the heroes that they've got picked up?
I like it. I like it quite a lot. The problem is that this is a new patch lineup, right? With the Bristleback, the Viper coming out, Beastmaster, he was somewhat popular, but not that much. This is definitely a new patch lineup, so we don't know how good it's gonna do together. Kunkka comes out, which is actually a pretty solid hero to lane against the Void Spirit. Yeah, it is gonna be a position 4 Viper. But I think that PuckChamp, there is a good chance that they just get to a point where they cannot die. When you look at cybercats, you kill the Visage, the Kunkka uses his spells. After that, their damage is gone. You're gonna need a very, very strong Slark. Does a Slark against the Beastmaster Viper lane look strong to you? Not to me. Usually, cybercats, they do play the Viper themselves. Last time when they lost with the Viper, DK Focus played it, and he got tri-laned for the first 2 levels, and then the Viper struggles, right? Here, it is first not a core Viper, so not that big of a deal. On the other hand, what are you gonna tri-lane him with, the Doom? You know, so you can't do that either. So I'm kind of afraid of this Slark just not being a factor. Slark right now in Dota, he needs a good lane to transition it into being able to play aggressive without the fear of dying. Here it's, yeah, sure, there's not many things that can kill him, but they can literally ignore him, play around the Nether Toxin. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do.
Yeah, and this is, like you say, it's a pick out of left field here for cybercats in this final game. I mean, it's only week 1, so you know, it's day 1 for Division 2 as well, so they do get to play around, get these picks. I think that's why events like D2CL is good going on alongside the DPC, because you do get a kind of proving ground for these lineups that you want to be picking up. So it looks like for now both teams are going to be smoking out. Do you expect any early game aggression here? You know, any looking for those first bloods at the level 1, or do you think that it's just going to be a little bit of skirmishing here for the runes?
Cybercats would love a fight for the around runes because they have a visage. You know, the soul assumption is just so freaking strong. DK Focus is a little bit late though, and I think that PuckChamp really shouldn't give them the fight. We're seeing that they're smoking. Hopefully that's only for division, because if you engage a lineup that has a visage level 1, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. I'm just more and more looking towards these lineups and thinking like Igor is gonna have to do the heavy lifting once again, and I think, yeah, the lineup of PuckChamp doesn't deal well with the Kunkka, just like it didn't deal well with the Ember Spirit in the last game. But I'm just trying to think if this Kunkka is gonna be enough once the Bristleback just postures aggressively, and let's say the Slark doesn't have a good game, no early Silver Edge. I'm just not seeing a way to kill this Bristleback. That is my main concern here for the side of Cybercats. But this time around, at least they don't have to play around the area. If they smell blood, they can just keep running and running and running towards their enemies, because they have so much catch and so much damage if the first hero does die.
Yeah, well, it was pressure out from cybercats coming through there, and you could see that with the Scorched Earth was picked up at phase level 1. Fogus, like you say, he's going to go for the soul assumption, so they were prepared. But as soon as that Doom walked down to the low ground in to put pressure on the Viper and the Bristleback to just move themselves away, you can see Krill out as well. He doesn't have anything apart from the Quelling Blade. He has a salve as well, just for that extra health, but he wants to go straight for that Vanguard, so he doesn't want to be giving up any early kills. You know, he doesn't want to be losing any gold. He doesn't want to even be taking the risk there, and you just saw him as soon as the Doom came down, he just went, nope, thank you very much, I'm going to go to lane.
You know, when I was looking at this one, I was thinking, okay, they're gonna send the Viper top most likely, but no, they're gonna be even dirtier than that. The Viper Bristleback lane. I mean, I think Cybercats should be very, very happy that they have a Visage. At least he can apply pressure early on. So Doom, every single time he has the score start, he's going to be running in, and they're going to be doing damage with the Soul Assumption. That is the play for sure. And they need to punish Krillat, who, look at just how greedy he is. You need to punish him right now. Level 1, level 2. Until he gets the Ring of Health, he's very susceptible to just dying. Or at least taking a lot of damage and not being able to get super close to the creeps.
With this Viper in the lane, what build do you think Krilliak goes for? Does he want to go for an early point into the Nasal Goo just to help build on the slow that Callus has with the poison attack here? Or is it just purely, you know, again, level 2, 3, gonna go into the Bristlebacks, maybe level 4 you pick up another point into the Quill Sprays, or is there that early point into the Nasal Goo to come?
Before that, we're gonna be seeing a Beastmaster die. Were there some lags? We can see that the Kunkka is disconnected. Igor, how did he resume the game when...
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think... I don't know. I don't know what happened there, because it must have been the disconnect, the reconnect on pause, and then straight into the disconnect again. So, well, I mean, Cybercat's not going to be too fussed about that because they got first blood.
Yeah, they did, and this is something that you want to do. You know, you understand that later on the Slark is gonna be struggling against the boars. Sure, the Grimstroke does help against those, but it's still quite hard for the Slark to do much. So what do? You push out the wave, you get level 2 first, you get the first blood. If the Slark starts snowballing, and we can see with the boots being bought that that's exactly what he wants to do. He wants to counteract that slow coming out from the boars, and we can see that Malik, he understands it as well. He got the early boots too, understanding just how much in trouble he is. Astral though.
Oh, DeCalis is going to go down. The Astral gets himself away yet, but Fazo gets the kill onto DeCalis in this bottom lane. So this bottom lane, like you say, they're just putting the pressure onto the Bristleback. He did go for the point into the Bristleback itself, but Viper ends up paying the price for this.
Yeah, I couldn't answer your question. I would like the nasal goo if the creeps were at the Tower of PuckChamp.
Yeah.
With the creeps being closer to the side of Tower of Cybercats, you're not gonna be able to do that much. So what Krillat wants to do in this lane, and probably in this game as well, is be unkillable. Right, that is the play. I have to say, Cybercats though, with this kind of a start, sure, 2 kills, not too much. It's not gonna change the game completely, but it is still quite nice for them to start in this way because they need a good start. The Slark, the Visage, these heroes need a good start, and it's kind of tough against what PuckChamp has. But for now, they're doing a pretty decent job as getting some kills and getting the better levels of their enemies.
Yeah, and I was just watching, I mean, Viper TP'd back to the lane. He's got himself a salve there as well. He's got a magic stick, but he still took a hell of a lot of harass. The Infernal Blade coming through, saw something onto Krilliat there as well. As soon as he TP'd, well, not as soon as, but when he got back to the lane through the TP, he was then right back down top lane. They're going to be able to go for a kill. I think they're going to take down Astral. They do get a kill onto him here, but H2O, does he want to move himself back? The Hawk is going to give vision, but the Boar, as well as Mark, not going to chase on. Back to the bottom lane, though. The Infernal Blade comes out. He's going to try and look for the body blocks with the Scorched Earth. Soul Assumption comes out. That is going to be another kill. Cybercats, they look like they might even be able to clean up 2 in this lane. DeCalis, is he going to be able to get himself away? He just uses those stick charges, has that salve and Phasor. Well, he didn't have the Infernal Blade. No, the Soul! Fogus with the snipe.
He didn't have mana, so Fezor just was chasing until DK Fogus was close enough. Then he gave him the mango, and the soul assumption stacks were there because of this Scorched Earth. So very nicely done by the side of Cybercats. They're getting to they're actually trying to not allow PuckChamp to play this game, because you saw what happened in the previous game when when side of PuckChamp had better vision. So if they pressure them this much in the lane, they might not allow them to ever get to that point. Later on, the Kunkka, he gets stronger. You can defend the towers. It's going to be much easier for you to play, though. Shigetsu and H2O this time around, I'm not sure they're getting out of this one alive.
Yeah.
H2O?
H2O, though, he's going to be getting a little bit of regen coming through from the stick, but it's still going to be going the way of Astral. Astral, he wasn't affected at all by the Inkswell, can just sit back, throw out those spells, and throw out a lot of Farasis. Phasor gets cheeky and pulls out that bounty rune away from DeCalis. DeCalis now moving in. Ooh, Phazor's taking a lot of damage here. DeCalis is just going to go for the TP. Yeah, DeCalis with no way to interrupt this. Fogus was even moving over. In fact, he's moving over for the creep wave. He's not too bothered about the Doom's health. He just wants those creeps. He wants the gold.
And the Kalis, he understands just how dangerous it is. Still, Cybercats getting those first few kills, it's still gonna help. Even though lanes might start being a bit tougher for them, especially once the Bristleback gets his Vanguard. You can see on the top lane that Shigetsu hasn't been able to get to the creeps for quite some time. Malik actually approaching level 5, whereas Slark is still level 3. Okay, he's gonna be level 4 right now, but still, they got those early kills. They got what they were looking for. Maybe if you slow down right now and not overextend once PuckChamp hit their timings, you are actually gonna be okay, and you have a little bit more time, especially on the bottom lane, before Krillat will be finishing off that Vanguard, and then it's actually susceptible to going down. But the infused raindrops, a really nice pickup against the Visage. That's kind of a needed item, and both the Kalis and Krillat have it. Now this lane becomes a bit harder for Cybercats.
Yeah, and I mean, you can see they're already starting to burn away at these as well. And Fogus, it offers some protection against the Visage, like you say, but Fogus, he's building up, he's got gold, he's going to go towards the Vlad straight away onto this phase. He's going to be able to turn around with the Infernal Blade. DeCalis is going to be able to get himself away from this one. Again, there's going to be a Soul Assumption coming through. DeCalis trying to do what he can with that stick charge. It might still be enough. Phasor going to get the kill, and now the Soul Assumption underneath this tier 1 tower. He's tempting Krilliat in, he's taking tower shots. Well, Phasor will still go down to the Krilliat Quill Spray. Say that 10 times fast. As
Gorilla Quills player, Gorilla. No, I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm not gonna have my my tongue, and I need it. You know, casting work. It's but still, very nice thing to practice. But you could see there Krillat being a little bit too greedy, thinking he can kill DK Focus, but the Gravekeeper's Claw keeps reapplying. So even if he had those 5 Quill Spray stacks, it still didn't matter that much.
do they want to be going further? I mean, there's going to be the damage coming through onto Krillat, but he's going to be fine. Yeah, Focus. There was the Toxin down as well. They don't really want to stand it. Oh, playing the rotation, they get the kill. H2O will go down, but Aftel going to be chased down. Shigetsu's not going to be able to get in. He already used the leap. Malik on the back lines there as well. There is the rotation, so they might be able to find the Beastmaster, whereas that leap 7 seconds away, the Torrent will connect. Malik going to be chased into the trees, though. It looks like Shigetsu, he's more bothered about finding Malik than he is about getting the creep kills, so he's going to be able to get the pouncer off onto Beastmaster. Beastmaster's going to be leashed for a couple of seconds here. Ego stepping through, but he's going to be able to eat through with the Quelling Blade. Can they stop him down? The X-Max spot comes out. Bo is going to be dropped now as well. They should be able to get the kill with the Inkswell coming through. Yeah, H2O, he gets there in time. In fact, he gets the kill with the Inkswell. Shigetsu and the Dark Pack, not quite enough to get the kill.
Oh man, that feels so bad that he got the kill. Usually, I'm like all for supports getting kills. It's not that big of a deal, but when the mid laner rotates and takes so much time to get the kill, even this Lark wasn't attacking any creeps for that time, you want to leave it for a core. So very unfortunate that he got the kill, and that was actually a nice PuckChamp trade, 1-for-1 with actually Igor coming towards the top lane. Now with Young G rotating, he's under vision. Okay, that's gonna save cybercats. It would be really bad if they would die right now while the Kunkka doesn't have a TP, though. Igor is coming over, but still, even he was going over vision.
Yeah, Shigetsu, though, did stop to try and farm up the small camp. The ball going the way of H2O, so that's going to take away a lot of the vision. Is he just... I think he's looking at... Yeah, there was a stack in the jungle. So Ego says, thank you very much, I will take that. Even gets himself a neutral item out of this now as well. Young G going to TP down to this bottom lane, though. They might be able to go into this. Focus is level 6, so he does have the familiars up. Krillat, not a lot of damage. So there's going to be the Astral Set. Both of them caught out on this. Phasor is going to try and run himself away from this, but he will go down, and Focus not far behind.
We're seeing now some downsides of the cybercats lineup, but still, it's okay. As I mentioned, they got the early kill, something that probably shouldn't have happened for them. They're trying to defend this tower, but Igor, he sees if he goes there, he is not gonna be killing the bristleback. He is gonna be defending the tower from some damage, and then the Visage really doesn't want to be TPing to the mid lane because the familiars are on the bottom lane. So a very nice understanding from Igor that he should stop. But still, this Kunkka needs to make more plays around the map. He is the one that needs to do more, and it was easier to do it on the Ember Spirit than it is on the Kunkka, but you still have tools to actually be aggressive. Igor?
On the mid lane, the boat is going to get dropped now as well, but it doesn't actually connect. Actually, no, it does hit onto the Viper on the back part of it. Igor coming through as well with the right clicks. The Tidebringer trying to do what damage he can. Doom, excuse me, in the jungle. He is only level 5, so he doesn't have that Doom to come out to Callis. Does he want to try and chase him down? Level 5 on the Viper as well. So he's not going to be able to get off the Viper strike to slow Phasor down. Focus. Does he want to chase on? The familiars are going to be here, so they can drop if they want to get the stuns. The Infernal Blade, the Soul Assumption comes through. Yeah, and with the double drop on the Focus familiars, they do get a nice kill there onto, but it is only the position 5 Viper.
Whenever I see some mana burn being used on the bristleback, I remember the at that point Liquid, now Nigma versus OG Grand Finals of TI, when they were winning the game, and then just there was a Diffusal Blade bot on the gyro by Thompson, and the bristleback became a creep. Oh,
the Doom does come out onto the bristleback. Bristleback not going to be able to get himself away from this one. He will take no denied. Oh, to Callis with the quick fingers, able to stop Krillat from being claimed by the Doom, so maybe saving his soul there a little bit. But Focus with the familiars up. Did he want to hunt onto this Viper? Because the Viper TP'd into this, so he's going to be no choice onto this bottom lane unless he wants to flap his wings away. Meanwhile, the top lane, they're going to try and go into Astral. The Roar comes out into the Grimstroke, though, with the Mystic Flare. Is there going to be enough damage? There will be enough damage to get the kill, and it looks like they're going to try and go on to the Beastmaster, get a revenge kill out of this. He will go down. Ego claims that kill, so a nice value rotation here for Ego. He's going to be able to move himself back with the phase boots as well, quickly towards this mid lane. So this mid lane, especially with the fortification, not going to suffer too much.
It's gonna be fine. Igor again is doing a really good job. He is farming the entirety of the map while actually making plays for his team, and he's making the plays on the most important lane. Slark, he did well at the start, and now when he should be struggling against the Beastmaster, that is when the Kunkka comes in and he actually deals with the Beastmaster himself. Though the Kalis, he is caught as well. This Viper.
Yeah, not great for him. Ducalis, he's just going to immediately go right back down. And, I mean, again, did he TP to... No, he must have, yeah. The TP just came back up. He must have flew his way into this. But Igor, now he's moving through again into the Radiant Jungle. Looking for stacks. Young G, though's moving up. There's not going to be any ultimates to deal with Young G. He actually steps in. He's going to be able to find the Grimstroke, though. Is he going to be enough damage onto this Grimstroke? The Mystic Float comes out once again. It looks like they've got the lockdown with the X-Max as well. The Infernal Blade coming through now as well. Yeah, the Wild Wing Ripper trying to push him away with the Beastmaster, but it's not going to be enough here. Have they got the kill with the Soul Bind? There's going to be Shigetsu with the rotates in. The leave, the Pounce not going to connect, so he's still going to be able to get the Disassimilate off. But Phasor, he's got that Infernal Blade, 2 seconds. Just going to opt for the TP. Actually, he's going to be dragged back into the Remnant, but they're going to be able to get the kill onto the Viper. So it's going to be a trade, a support for a support. And a whole lot of time wasted while the Bristleback just says, thanks, I'm going to take this lane. You know, you take all the time messing about in that mid lane that you want, because I'm going to be here taking this lane, taking the gold, and taking the tower.
But still, cybercats are using the lack of mobility on the side of PuckChamp quite well. PuckChamp are working towards those timings on the Bristleback, and I remember the story about the mana burn. I expected the Slark to go for the defusal first, but he is gonna turn back for it. So the first, it's gonna be the Echo Saber just to give him a little bit more mana, and then he will go for the defusal. So the goal, I think, this game shouldn't be to kill the Bristleback, just make him unable to fight, make him unable to do the damage, and then just ignore him. Your supports are gonna be fine while you clean up the rest. But again, I'm liking what cybercats are doing. They're just running around the map, creating chaos, and that is something that PuckChamp don't deal well with. And now Malik,
the roar comes out.
The roar off.
Yeah, those familiars going to be coming in with the Inkswell there as well, so that is an easy gap close. Igor comes in, double damage rune comes out, and Malik goes back in the box.
cybercats did a good job in the previous game just killing the Beastmaster, but he was getting towers. This time around, he's not even getting towers. So he is getting some chip damage on it, but the longer that cybercats keep this tower on the top lane, the easier it will be for them, because what happens after that is that the Beastmaster overtakes your jungle. So right now we're seeing PuckChamp, they're like, okay, screw this, we cannot allow our Beastmaster to die any more times for the tier 1. We need to make something happen for him now. So they're gonna be coming there in full force, and DK Focus is looking very dead.
Yeah, the Mystic Flare comes out, and Focus, he just goes down. That was a really quick. In fact, they might even be able to clean up these familiars. The one's gone, and that should be the 2. Yeah, gonna go down to Kalis, as well as Young G.
Bottom lane.
And Astral on that rotation, though. Can they get onto Krill yet? There's going to be... Yeah, the Inkswell does connect, and now they're going to save. Well, the Pounce is going to be within 2 seconds now as well, so the Dark Pack coming out. It looks like the Phantom's Embrace going to keep him silenced. The TP was cancelled as well, so there's going to be the rotation in from the Kunkka. But... Krill just goes into the trees and TP's away? Okay. He's like, peace. They gave him the open and he took it.
This is the problem when, you know, you're playing this kind of a mobile lineup. One bad move can open up the map completely for the other team. Look at what's happening now. The top lane is being pushed to tier 2. Tier 1 took so long to get pushed, and now the tier 2 is going to be taking some damage. While the Kunkka is defending the tier 2, the tier 1 will be taking some chip damage as well. So this is the problem. One bad move, and you know, there are going to be a few of those. You lose so much on the map. It can be frustrating, but still, cybercats are doing a decent job in this game. They're keeping themselves ahead. They're not slowing down the Bristleback, which can be a problem when he gets his Aghanims, but still, for now, they are actually reading the map quite well, getting kills. I think the safest move is always to just follow the Beastmaster and get him down. Cybercats.
They might try. No, it's going to be the TP away. Does he get caught out? It's not going to be caught out. The Remnant actually catches out the Doom, and Doom, it's going to be a quick one to Doom the Doom, and Doom couldn't get the Doom off, so no Doom for Doom. Just Doom.
Yep. And on the top lane, they caught the Beastmaster again, so despite PuckChamp getting a kill there in the mid lane, you're still gonna be missing a Beastmaster, and he's your fastest pusher. Luckily for them, it is the 15-minute mark, so the siege creep is there, and with Krillad being here, it's just way too hard for them to do anything. 40 seconds until the boat. This Bristleback is... oh, actually, he's afraid of the Doom. He's afraid of the Doom, so he gets himself out. So again, it's going to be PuckChamp sending the Beastmaster to the top lane. No other thing for that, but you need to be responding to the kill on him a bit faster for that damage on the mid lane.
The X marks the spot. It was a little bit off the mark though, so he didn't get dragged back into the torrent. The Soulbind will come out though. Do they have enough damage to take him down? Looks like they might even be able to go back onto the Visage with the Remnant being dropped. It's going to drag the Visage back into danger. They get the kill and focus. He might even lose his familiars once again. Yeah, Young G able to clean both of those up, and that's going to get him ever closer towards this Aghanim Scepter. And Krilliat going for the same as well.
I think cybercats need to establish rules here. Our priority kill, Beastmaster when he's alone, and that's usually... Oh, they have the Diffusal Blade.
I think they're going to try and go, though. They've got the slow out. He's just going to be moved away, and Bristleback will be safe. And you were talking about rules. I think cybercats need to give PuckChamp a safe word with the way this game's going at the minute.
The rule I was thinking about was just ignore the Bristleback, but that was before the Slark gets his Diffusal Blade. Maybe now you just get a few hits on him and you actually don't have to run away from the hero, you know? Still, I liked how they approached it. They were just defending the tower. They were not running towards the Bristleback. You could see the second you get yourself out of position against this hero, you're in trouble. So they should not do that any longer. Young G?
I'm just watching the lane being pushed in down the bottom, yeah. And Malik, meanwhile, he just moves himself right back up to the top. He's got the Wild Wing Ripper that was what pulled the Bristleback out of danger there with this hurricane, that pulled him out of the torrent towards the river, that maybe saved his life here after the Diffusal Blade did go off. Speaking about the hurricane, it's going to come back onto the Grimstroke. Grimstroke not going to be able to get himself away from this one. The Mystic Flood does get dropped. They claim an easy kill there onto the Grimstroke. And how's he looking? I mean, he's 2, 4, and 5. So not, I mean, he's a support. So you're not expecting massive amounts of kills on him. But it just seems to be that anytime anyone gets caught out of position on the side of cybercats, that it is the Grimstroke.
Okay, at least this game we're seeing H2O is maxing out the Stroke of Fate after the Inkswell. This is something that I like. You are playing against a lineup that you do need to outpush the lanes a bit more. You know, Doom, Visage, not really the greatest at outpushing lanes. You can send the familiars, but usually if you're DK focused, you want those to be close to you. But still, cybercats, they're quite nice in this game. The Kunkka is strong. He has an 8-second BKB. The Slark is getting his big items. He has 2 of those that can allow him to fight, and should be elusive enough to be able to escape the enemy. So this game cybercats, they don't have to fight. The Slark can just come to the fights later on, and during the downtimes between those fights, you're just spreading the map and catching heroes that are alone. Right now, they're using again the lack of mobility of PuckChamp and just going straight into the mid lane tower. A 5 versus 5 might not be the greatest for cybercats, but when their enemies aren't in position, you can do this for sure.
Yeah, but this tier 1, it's going to mean that there's pressure being put onto the tier 2. Beastmaster's the only one here for now. It's going to be a 5-man smoke rotation. They want to be catching this. They want to be moving, but the Ducalis is already into the trees, TPing out. The Beastmaster's away anyway. They're both going to TP into this mid lane, and they're not going to catch this one. It's going to be... The pings are there roughly, but there's nobody left for cybercats to catch out.
That was a smoke under vision, literally under 2 wards they smoked up. So Slark, I like that Shigetsu is deciding to go for a BKB. If he had went for a Skadi, now with the Void Spirit having the Aghanim Scepter, that would be a very long time that he's actually susceptible to being silenced up when he's not paying attention and just dying. So I like the decision. He definitely needs that BKB to go in, drain the mana from the Bristleback, maybe kill a support or 2, and then just kind of set the terrain for his team, because you want the Slark to be able to go in and actually get a few hits before he has to pop his ulti.
Is this... That's the full Ags coming out for the Bristleback here. This means that, you know, he's going to have the AoE Viscous Nasal Goo. Oh, the jump in on the backlines now as well. I said the backlines, it's pretty much all of the lines as the Doom will go down. Soulbind comes out, so the Bristleback's going to be silenced out by the... I think they're going to have to do the damage to take him down. It looks like they get the drag back, though the road does come through onto the Kunk, because the damage isn't going to be there. The Doom now onto the Bristleback. Can they get the finishing touches here onto the Bristle, as he's just picked up the Aghanim Scepter, but the Mew, it's going to be keeping him from casting any spells. Astral gets the kill onto H2O. They do take down Krilliat eventually now as well. The damage onto the Viper Torrent. Is it going to be able to take Ducalis down? Ducalis looking to get away, but the Familiar's Ego is going to be able to claim that kill. There's going to be the dive away, but the Infernal Blade comes out from Malik. It's going to be the X marks the spot to drag back onto Astral, and Astral, he is going to be completely destroyed. And now, with only the Grimstroke down, 3 heroes down on the side of PuckChamp, it looks like cybercats, they want to be forcing something out. Is it a Roche?
Okay.
Do you just move in with the Familiars now into the pit?
You definitely can. 15 seconds though. This lineup isn't the greatest at taking down. I guess the Visage Familiars actually do allow it. PuckChamp, if they get here in time, it's gonna be problematic. You are playing against the Beastmaster. The Hawk is already flying there. There's gonna be mass TPs. So this is a bit risky from cybercats, but Roche is dying fast. Still on the retreat, they're gonna be in a ton of trouble. With the Doom, they can kill the Bristleback, but without it, I'm just not sure they can do anything.
They do get the axis fly through, but just a little bit too low. He's dove in. They're going to be able to catch out the Void Spirit. Do they get the sounds? Do they have the damage? You're going to be able to take down the Grimstroke. It looks like was that follow-up the Wraith Pact trying to get itself away. That's going to be an easy 100 gold here. Krilliat says he does take it down, but that's still an Aegis. Okay, you lose a Grimstroke, but he's dead for, what, 30 seconds at most, and you say, okay, by the time you're ready to fight again, he's going to be back up. All our items are going to be back and reset as well, so we have the Aegis. They now have the advantage.
That was so clutch. Right now, you have to go for PuckChamp. There is no Doom. You need to use the strength of your Bristleback. If you wait for the Slark to get the BKB, you can just sit on your Bristleback, take away his mana. Suddenly your hero isn't going to be doing much. Okay, one more kill.
Speaking about not doing much, Focus will be taken away, so he's going to be sent back to the grave for the next 40 seconds. So he's going to have a little time out to think about just what he's done so far.
Yeah, definitely. Still, Doom up in 25 seconds. The Aegis is there on the Slark. We talked about the Slark needing to jump in, like kind of set the fight for his team. If you are Insider, you're giving vision to your teammates. Your teammates don't have to go in immediately. That's going to be big because we talked about the double Doom and the Doom needing to jump in. If the Slark is strong enough to actually hold his ground, that can set up for a nice double Doom. But I think this Bristleback is always going to be your choice here if you're the Doom. The problem, of course, for cybercats lies in the fact that Doom now doesn't have a buyback. If they catch him out, if they kill him, then this Bristleback is just going to have free reign in the fight unless his mana gets completely taken away.
Yeah, and you can see the Bristleback going towards the BKB, like I say, so it's just going to offer a little less control. Like, the Doom can still do a job as Igor moves himself into the mid lane with the X-Max spot, so he's not going to get caught out as the rest of the team were close to where he was being dragged back to. But what's it? I mean, you look at it. He's top of the net worth. We've not really talked a lot about his items, or at least I've not. He's got himself the AC. He's got the BKB there, going towards the damage coming through from the crit stick. But is this going to be enough in these fights? You know, because I mean, the BKB is down to 7 seconds now, so the control is still going to be there with the Raw. You know, do you need to get like a Lincoln Sphere on the Doom or a Lotus Orb or something like that? Because the Doom's going to be going towards an Axe.
Well, I'm okay is going for an Axe. You are gonna be completely countering the Bristleback. That is still the win condition for PuckChamp, you know. So I'm okay with that. Kunkka going for the AC definitely gonna help not only himself but the entire team for the Bristleback damage. It's too much, and you know a Grimstroke who has 6 armor, the Wraith Pact plus the AC, they give him so much in terms of survivability that he's gonna be able to get his spells off. And Bristleback is gonna be the hero that they catch, but they need the Doom.
Oh, is he going to be able to get himself away from this one? The dragback does come through. They're going to be able to get right on top of him now as well. The torrent dragging him up into the air. Yeah, they're going to be able to get all 5 heroes onto him. And that was an easy kill there going the way of Cybercats. Dukal's got the TP. He's got the Glimmer Cape, so he is going to be fine. But that will now open up this tier 1 tower on the top lane. Stop this aggression pushing through. I mean, you've still got the Beastmasters cleaning up these creeps. From, like I say, the Beastmaster, the creep wave coming through. But that tier 1 will go down. Igor doesn't TP into cleaning out. And it's a little bit of pressure coming through, but with the catapult wave being here now, the TP in from the Grimstroke, yeah, he's going to be able to clean this one up easy.
That Bristleback being caught is quite unfortunate. That is without the Doom. You know, just goes to show that one... Oh, mid lane, Astral.
Shigetsu, he does get the Diffusal Blade onto Astral. One more right click, but he's in a little... He still has the Aegis. So, you know, even if he did get into trouble, it wouldn't be massive. He's already used the Shadow Dance, but the Aegis, he would have been able to get out with a pounce and a reset there.
Right now, PuckChamp, they need to be using that top lane. You know, send the animals there and just play off of that. They're not reading the map as well as they could, given the info that they have. So they're just assuming that cybercats are staying and farming. But cybercats are playing really well today. I'm impressed. I've watched this team in D2CL and they were not this good. Not in the last one, but in the one before that. I watched them. They were not this good. This is not an easy lineup to execute, mind you. When a lineup relies so much on mobility around the map, you have so many ways to make errors. But they're doing a good job. with very minimal mistakes, they are in a position that they're in. They played the lanes really well when they could. They got the targets really well with Igor. I think he went to the bottom lane once, but he was always just targeting the Beastmaster and protecting the top lane. That was really big as well. So they understood pretty much everything that they needed to do. They understand who they need to doom, how they need to approach fights, how they need to create space around the map, and they are doing so perfectly. As soon as they push out the mid and the bottom lane, they smoke the top. They will not allow the top lane to get pushed in, because that's the only play that PuckChamp can make.
It looks like the smoke comes out, but there's going to be the TP back to the outpost here. Maybe they saw something there. They didn't see anything under the wall. They didn't get any vision from that. We'll see Malik now, though.
PuckChamp are blind. They are blind completely. They don't see anything other than what the Hawk is giving them in terms of vision. And when you have a lineup that actually relies on good vision and, you know, good escape mechanism on the Void Spirit as well, and you cannot leave your base, you know that something is really wrong. There is a 5k gold lead on cybercats, but right now, they're so much stronger. And the main thing is they're not even that strong inside of a team fight. They understand how they need to control the map. With this kind of a control, they're just gonna be getting farther and farther away in farm.
Yeah, and like you say, it's only a 5k net worth lead for now. The Doom's going to go top as well, just to clear that one out with the Scorched Earth. But the X-Maxer spot does drag him back, so it's not going to be a big reprieve here from the side of PuckChamp. They're still under pressure, and it kind of gets hard because, like you say, the top lane gets pushed out. So if they try and go and farm that, then it just opens up a smoke rotation opportunity here for cybercats. So they need to maybe look for a fight, look for a pick-off, and Shigetsu's going to be the only one showing.
And Shigetsu now has a gem, so they understand this is a vision game. If PuckChamp don't have better vision, their lineup just does not work. They need to see where the enemies are so they can go around that mobility that the Slark actually gives them, even the X mark, and go back. And, you know, even the Visage is just a pretty fast hero, especially when he's sending in the familiars. So everything is being taken away from PuckChamp right now. What you have for you, oh, they went for the Slark.
They're going to be able to get the dive, but the Doom comes out onto the Void Spirit. Void Spirit's going to be the Soulbind now as well, but the BKB comes out. The Roar on the back lines now as well onto the Kunkka, but the damage is still going to be there. They're going to be able to get the kill onto the Viper, and now, well, the BKB is going to be wearing off for Krilliak. Can they chase onto Phasor? He's going to be slowed down. Do they have the damage to get the kill? It looks like Phazor's going to go down to Malik and those axes, and then Krilliak, he wants to carry on going here with the AoE. He's got those nasal goose. He's got the quill sprays going. Are they going to be able to do the damage? He's going to be slowed down. He's going to be trying to get himself away from this, but the damage is going to be way too much, and cybercats are going to be able to take him down. Doom is going to buy back, get himself into this fight.
That was without the Silver Edge? What? This Bristleback, he is paper. He is literally paper. There's so much damage on the side of cybercats. You know, the last thing that I want to say there, what is left for PuckChamp is teamfight, but they can't even teamfight right now. Look at, they're being destroyed.
Yeah, you can see Malik just goes down. There's going to be the Mystic Flare coming through, so they do get the kill until Shigetsu. But the chase Astral, he's going to be the next target. Youngji comes back in, but what are they going to be able to get out? Oh, there's going to be the Viper Strike onto the Kunkka. They are going to be able to get the kill onto the Kunkka. Ducalis claiming this one. It should be the Grimstroke going down next as well, with the Nether Toxin being down. One more right click. Ducalis picks himself up the double kill. Can he get Phasor? Because Phasor bought back into this. I don't know why he bought back, but he did buy back, and now he's going to be caught out. Remnant will be the right click. Is it going to be the triple here for the Viper? It's going to be Youngji. Picks up the dieback on the Doom.
I just want to see how much damage Youngji did there. The Slark kind of underestimating the damage that the Skywrath Mage and this Void Spirit can do. This is the thing. This is what would have happened if he didn't go for the BKB, the Mystic Flare onto the ground, the Nether Toxin on the ground, and just all of these spells going for him. He didn't have the ulti, but even if he had it, the Nether Toxin just wouldn't have allowed him to heal. So now the Slark probably understands just how hard it is for him to do anything. He's gonna be going for a Satanic. I'd like to see the shard first. Keeping not only yourself safe, but also your teammates is gonna be a big deal. That was a dive from cybercats that you just shouldn't make. You won the fight. You have the winning recipe there for you. You're controlling the entirety of the map, and you just need to wait a little bit more for the perfect opportunity. Roche would be a perfect opportunity, but with the tier 2 down now and the top outpost taken, it's actually PuckChamp that have better control, and we talked about them. They need better vision. Well, with the top lane constantly pushed in, and the Beastmaster just sending his animals to push in, it's gonna allow PuckChamp to have that vision. So very unfortunate timing for the side of cybercats, and this is where you see that this team doesn't have a lot of experience.
Just look at how quickly this Roche is going down here as well. It's gonna be I assume Beastmaster with a shot. Yeah, Beastmaster with a shot. So he's going to have the dive bomb hawks coming out. Aegis goes the way. Oh, they're going to be able to get the dive bomb. Let's go to the soulbound coming through. Can they get a quick kill onto this Viper? They will be able to. Krillyak, he's not had this Aegis for even a minute, but the hawk dives in onto the Visage in the backlines. And Krilljak's just going to be able to go for the right clicks and take down Focus.
Doom on the Void
will be taken away. They're going to be able to go to get the Doom on the Void. The damage is going to be up for Krillyak. He says, I've got this Aegis and I'm damn well going to use it. They get the kill onto the Kunkka now as well. Are they going to be able to pop that Aegis? It looks like the Glimmer Cape keeping Krillyak alive for a little bit longer. The TP away, H2O, no, Krillyak gets that kill. No TP away there for you.
That looked scary for PuckChamp for 1 second, but still, not losing the Aegis is actually gonna be quite big. Fezor, okay, he will be surviving this one.
Yeah, the Hawk wasn't there to get the dive bomb off. He was just able to get the TP away.
Usually, long, drawn-out fights are what favor the Slark. He bought the shard. Okay, so he understands it's very hard for him to fight on the back of just one Shadow Dance. I would go as far as to say I'd love to see a refresher on the Slark instead of the Satanic. I think it's the better way to go. The double BKB, the quadruple ulti, if you will, for Shigetsu would just be amazing. But for now, he's not thinking about it. At least something we can read from his quick buy, Shigetsu.
He's going to be able to get the leap away. Is he going to go back in? He's going to go back in. He gets the Diffusal Blade. Again, Krillyak, 3.5 minutes on this Aegis. So he's just going to say, well, again, come at me. He's going to be throwing out the Quill Sprays. He's going to be doing damage onto the Creep Wave. The Tier 2 Tower is going to be under a lot of pressure. They're going to be able to do a lot of damage. In fact, the Viper Strike comes out. Shigetsu just has to pounce himself away. Wants to go back in with the Inkswell. With this Tier 2 Tower, it's getting low. Not going to be able to take it down, but that's still, it puts it in the danger zone.
Yeah, you do want to protect that tower with everything you have. Playing against the Beastmaster lineup, and again against the lineup that should have superior vision, you don't want all of your outer towers gone, because it's just gonna allow PuckChamp to do whatever they want. And now PuckChamp, they're going for smoke. They're hoping that cybercats are gonna disperse right now to outpush the waves, but with the top lane not being pushed out that far, I think cybercats are gonna be in a good position, and you can see that they're holding it. They know this is our place to fight.
I love that as well from Shigetsu. He had the gem. I think he saw the Hawk, so he just primed that Dark Pact. And as soon as the Hawk came in for the dive bomb, it hit, and then it was immediately purged off the stun.
PuckChamp, what you do now is you go towards the top lane and you force cybercats to get out of that. You leave one support so that if they smoke, that he is the one just tanking that one and dying, understanding that the Slark doesn't have a Shadow Blade, you're gonna be safe. But right now I want PuckChamp to force in the mid lane, force in the top lane, and force cybercats to get out of this position. In that position, even with an Aegis, I wouldn't recommend fighting.
Oh,
though he doesn't care.
Though, yeah, I mean, Krilljak's going to be coming in. He's trying to take out those familiars. There is a double damage rune in the river there as well. So, do they give that over to the Void? The Void's going to see it. He's got that bottle, yeah, so he's going to be the one that picks that one up as he get in. But there is going to be the pounce away here from Shigetsu. So Krillyak, he's looking pretty big with those 9 stacks of the Warpath coming through. And Young G with the E-Blade there as well. I want to go. It's going to be the slow to Krillyak. Krillyak going to be dragged back by the X marks the spot. Doesn't want to use that BKB just yet. Again, a minute and a half on that Aegis. So Krillyak trying to do what he can, using up all of that mana.
I don't know why PuckChamp are doing this. They are literally, they have a clean path towards a positioning advantage in this game, and they're not doing it. Just push in top, make sure that cybercats get themselves away. You leave a support in the jungle, so once the smoke comes out, because cybercats will be smoking, make no mistake, and you break up the game. You just break up the game. But what they're doing right now is, we have the Aegis, we are stronger, but in Dota, everything is about positioning. When core items are there on both teams, which is always going to be the case 35 minutes in a relatively equal game, you just want to use the positioning advantage. And PuckChamp, they have heroes to secure it, and they're not doing it. That's why this Aegis for them just isn't giving them much fruit.
And that's... Is the Doom... What is his career? No, okay. I thought, because the Doom shifted over... okay. So he's going to keep the point booster as a casual point booster. He's shifting over that Ogre Axe into a BKB and not the Aghanim Scepter here. I guess just to make sure he's got the chance to get the Doom off, you know, so he doesn't get caught out, locked down, and killed off here on that Doom. H2O. Oh, they're hunting. I think they see Astral here. They might be able to. The Diffusal Blade comes out. Yeah, Astral will be caught out. One more right click should be enough, and Shigetsu gets himself the 13th stack of the game.
I actually don't like that he used the Depth Shroud. That is a big cooldown. I'd rather he used the Shadow Dance. than the depth shroud itself. But either way, it's not gonna make that big of a impact. And now PuckChamp, you see, you had your chance. Now all of the lanes are gonna start pushing in. This is the thing, that you don't hold the tactical advantage any longer because you didn't use it at the point. And this is Dota. This is about timings. It's not only about timings when you can fight effectively. It's about using the timings when the enemies don't want to fight you and pushing them in a position where they might have to, in a position that is unfavorable for them. So now with cybercats pushing in more and more lanes, they're gonna be able to use the mobility of their heroes once again.
I love the stun animation on the Conker, where he's just, you know, lazily waving his head there as he got stunned by the Hawk. Coming up onto that high ground, though, the fight is going to break out. It looks like, you know, okay, they just back themselves away. Both teams playing it safe. They don't want to overcommit. You know, they're being careful because, I mean, if cybercats lose a fight, even if they lose it on their own side of the map, it's still a chance that then they lose a tier 3. They might even lose a lane of racks off that.
Shigetsu bought a Moonshard and he doesn't have a buyback, potentially 2 minutes before Roche. Oh.
And he's going to go as well. The stun comes in from the Hawk. Is he going to be able to do the damage? It looks like Krilliat's just going to back himself away, yeah. And like you said, well, he got off. Does he consume that, or does he just sell the Echo Saber, do you think?
You don't want to consume it. 140 attack speed is just so much more than 60. You know, it's not even close. The problem I see though here for PuckChamp is that they're losing more and more ground. You're seeing how cybercats, they don't want to fight, they just poke and get back.
Oh, they get the world, the Missy Fleur comes off, Shigetsu, he gets the BKB, he's going to try and go for the chase. Do they have the damage to take out Malik? He's going to try and go in for Malik now as well. Turns targets, goes back onto Krilliat, and it looks like with the Soulbind in the backlines, they're going to be able to catch out Dekalis. Dekalis will go down to the Torrent, but do they have the damage again to go any further, because they've expanded a lot. And it looks like even Ego's just on the backlines, just like, I'm not getting involved, I'm going to farm the creeps.
And you could see the desperation there from PuckChamp. They see an opportunity and they jump the Slark. The desperation comes out from, we're getting choked inside of our base. There is nothing that we can do. The triangle, most of it is taken. We're only holding this high ground with the vision, and we can't do anything about the Slark. We need to kill him. They jump in and he just reacts with a dark pack. The second he reacted was a problem. Oh,
Mystic
again.
Fleur, they are going to be able to take down Focus, the 4-staff. It wasn't enough to save him. The X-Mark spot comes out, but will be there now as well. The Doom will be used onto the Void Spirit. They might be able to take him down. Yeah, they could be pouncing now as well. The damage coming through onto the Void Spirit. Void Spirit's not going to be able to get himself away from this. What are they going to be able to do? Now they're going to be able to turn back around if they want to, but that is going to be the death of the Doom now. Shigetsu's going to be able to come in with that Shadow Dance. He's doing the damage. He's going to be able to take down Astral. They turn. They go back onto the Bristleback. Bristleback, he is going to be slain. And Malik, the only survivor that lives to tell the tale. Even the ward's going to be taken down here, and this should be an open tier 2 for the side of cybercats.
This could be a high ground push. Okay, it is definitely going to be with the Slark having 27 stacks of Essence Shift. He's going to be taking all of those things down. Malik, no BKB for 2 seconds. He's dead.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be another permanent one. Up to 34 on the temporary Essence Shift stacks. And the tip's even going to be used. The Beastmaster does buy back. The Bristleback is the only one with a buyback. But this is going to be a lane of racks. The big man's going to be up in 59 seconds as well. The Roar comes out onto the Kunkka. The Kunkka going to be taking tower shots. But Shigetsu just moves himself down towards this tier 3 on the bottom lane. Look at how quickly he's attacking through this. With yeah, he did. Who did he give the gem to? He moved it over onto H2O. And now the attack speed coming through from Shigetsu. He just rips through towers.
He's even gonna go back to base. He wants the full mana for the potential fight that's gonna be coming out right now. PuckChamp, if they want to defend this, they might need to buy back on the Bristleback. And you don't want to be doing it 15 seconds before it's up. And now no Roar, they're aware of it, they get 2 lanes of racks. Next objective, Roche. What is left for PuckChamp? It is a team fight. Now they'll go for a desperation smoke, after which if they lose the fight, they will be GGing out. And just why didn't they use their vision advantage? No one will ever know, but I came into this series thinking that PuckChamp are the superior team. After the plays in all 3 games, even the one that PuckChamp actually won, I'm like leaning so much towards cybercats that they're the better team. There's the smoke, and if PuckChamp get into a fight and they lose, they will be GGing out. There's nothing else left for them. We can see that even the buybacks are relatively limited.
Yeah, the smoke going to come through here from PuckChamp up the river, because like you said, they know the next objective is the Roshan, so it's going to be Krillia in the front line. So they're going to be able to get the dive, they're going to be able to get the roar off onto Ego, they claim that kill onto the Gunka, the Gunka has the buyback, and he's just going to be able to get himself right back into this fight, like you say, just that immediate buyback is going to be the pounce away from Shigetsu, but now Krillia has to be careful because the Soulbind is on him, so if he gets too close to his team members, he might put them in trouble like this. There will be the bind, but it immediately wears off, but right back into the pit they go, at least for Shigetsu.
They have one more smoke. They have one more smoke from PuckChamp. They need to go again. This is really good. They got a kill on the Kunkka. That's the best one you can hope for. If you kill him once again, it is going to be a problem. You can see now that this time around, cybercats are going to be waiting. This time they know what's coming. They can see all of the creeps in the lanes. And PuckChamp, if they want to fight, they're going to have to put themselves into a even worse position this time around. So go towards the high ground if you want to fight. That's going to be the name of the game.
Yeah, and you can see them, they're taking a little bit of time. There's going to be the smoke up on the side of cybercats as well on the high ground. The wards go down to Carlos. He's going to be able to catch out. It's actually going to be the pounce back, but it's not going to be caught out anyway. Shigetsu with the BKB going to be able to go onto the Carlos. There's going to be a lot of damage coming through. They're even going to be able to get the Hex off onto the Bristleback here. Bristleback trying to run himself away. There's going to be another Soulbind. He's going to be able to close to the Astral, and Astral will be able to keep he just doesn't. I'm lost for words as the play-by-play. As he just delete them, the buybacks coming through here for PuckChamp. X marks the spot. Are they going to be able to go onto the Beastmaster? The Beastmaster is just trying to run for his life. The buybacks come through. PuckChamp, they know, like you say, this is last chance saloon here, and they want to go in with this with all that they got. There's a double damage rune on the bottom lane. Does Youngji try and check this? Because the creeps are pushing in. They're in the base. They're going towards the tier 4s. There's going to be double catapult in this as well, taking down the buildings. So again, you have to commit or get off the pot here if you're PuckChamp, because you're going to be losing your tier 4s.
Cybercats are committing a little bit more than they actually need to. They want to win the game right now, but they can actually wait for the enemies to go towards the bottom lane. But they are going to give them a fight.
They're going to be able to get themselves in. The Aegis will be picked up here. It's going to be going the way of Shigetsu, and that is going to be the death of the Bristleback. He's already bought back. Astral goes down there as well. The back lines, are they going to be able to take down the Void Spirit? I don't really think it matters too much. Youngji, he will go down. It's going to be 4 heroes dead. Yeah, the creeps are in the base. They're doing the damage. They're taking the tier 4s, and soon so will cybercats. Malik, going to be the last death of this game. It's going to be a full 5-man wipe to end this before the GGs come out, and cybercats, super impressive, take this game. They take the series 2-1, and the first game was great, but they just look so resilient in this third game.
Yep, given that I praised them a second ago, let's give them a little bit of a flame here. Cybercats, I think it would have been safer for them. They gave a chance to PuckChamp, no matter how slim it was, by even engaging with them. What you do in those kind of scenarios, you just don't engage with them. You wait on the high ground, and then PuckChamp would run into the high ground and get destroyed. That's something that you see in tier 1 games, because a team knows they have to fight. And when you know that your enemies know they have to fight, you just put yourself in a position where you can never lose it. But they were constantly poking at Roach. They were trying to force PuckChamp into a fight, even though the creeps themselves would have forced PuckChamp to do it. So Cybercats being a little bit too eager there to finish off the game. Of course, it does work out, given that the lead for them was just immense. But that is a little tiny thing that I think you can improve. That sometimes very rarely, but can cost you games. Overall, though, Cybercats, I have to take my hat off for them. They impressed me. They have really gotten better right now. I'm not sure if Cybercats have gotten really good, or if PuckChamp just aren't looking like themselves right now. They had such a great run like a year ago, but now they're just getting beat in Division 2 by Cybercats, who were an unknown team just a few months ago.
Yeah, and that is going to be it, guys. So that is going to be the full... I mean, it's been a long day. We had a series this morning, a long break, and we were back for the series tonight. So that is going to be it for myself and Hurry Freak. You can find us both on Twitter, at Robnroll and at Hurry_Freak, if you want to check us out. We are going to be doing more throughout the D2CL. I think there's going to be more on Sunday for the Division 2, if I remember the schedule. I'm not sure who's covering that though, but there's going to be more Division 1 going on for the rest of the week, so don't forget to tune in onto BTS and check that out. But for now, that is going to be it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Hurry Freak, thank you for joining me for this cast, and we are going to be saying goodbye, and we will see you next time.